Ever since Emmanuel Amato started working in the entertainment industry back in 2012, he has never looked back. The stage is his second home. He's a true performer with a spirit for the job, and a positive mindset is key in his personality.
Like, of course, my first season was really hard for me to go home, because it's like, okay, tomorrow we go home, so you sleep, and after you go home, you're like, I was 7 months there, and now I'm wake up on my bed.
I'm Dario de Dovelare, and welcome to Ciao Ciao Bye Bye, a show about living life abroad in the hotel entertainment sector. Here, we dive deep into what it is like living all over Europe, meeting thousands of people, pushing boundaries, and living life to the fullest. Today, episode 5, how to turn your team into your family. My guest today is a great friend of mine all the way from Brussels, Belgium, Emmanuel Amato. So, Manu, thank you for being on the show today. It's really nice to see you again. It's been a while. Can you please introduce yourself to the listeners? Who are you and where do you come from?
All right, so I'm Manu. How you say good my name? So I actually from Belgium. I'm living in Brussels. And I quite work a lot of time, a lot of years also in entertainment and from different companies. So I think so. Like now, my first season was in 2014.
Ooh.
My first real full season. I also started season before, but my really first full season it was in 2014.
2014, you did your first like a full season, as in 6 months. Then I assume.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
I was doing that in 2012, but it was just like 3 months.
Yeah, just like in high season, then you came to help, and then afterwards you went back home.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so which job roles did you work in actually in entertainment? I think I never even asked this question to you.
How do you say what I work? What I do exactly before? Or?
Exactly. What did you do in the entertainment? You started as a kids entertainer or as a regular entertainer, or?
Well, so the first time when I started was in 2012. How you say, like just for shortly, like 3 seasons for help. I was doing everything. Then my 2013, I was working 2 months in the mini club.
Oh, did you work in a mini club?
Yeah, I work in mini club.
How was this for you?
I like the children. Yeah, I like it, but not too much. Well, not a lot. I like it when you have like 5 children, but more than 5, it's going to be complicated. It takes a lot of attention.
I understand. I also worked 1 season in a mini club, and it's nice for a while, but then it's nice to change a little bit as well.
You can imagine some concept before I have like a specific entertainer only for the mini club. So imagine this guys work 7 months with children all the time.
I did 2 months, and I was like, I'm done with this.
I'm more tired. The 2 months after 6 months with adults.
Then what did you do after the mini club?
So after the mini club, I was starting my first full season, so in 2014. I was doing sports entertainer.
Oh.
I was doing like activity like sport, archery, and everything. And then on this year's in 2014, for the 2 months high season, I was doing the teenagers club.
Okay.
That for me was a nice thing. That for me was a very nice, was a very good experience, because with teenagers you can do something more.
Yeah, they still like to move, but it's like I don't know. They have a little bit of a personality already, and they like competition as well, right? Teenagers really they like to be the best. So especially for sports, I can imagine they really enjoy this.
It's like, that is also, you can do like a lot of joke during the day with them, or just what I really like it, my 2 months with the teenager clubs, and I was really like it because you have no schedule for sport. You just say, okay, tomorrow we see you front of the reception at 9:30, and then we start the activities, and then you look how many teenagers have. And then you say, okay, what do you want to do? Oh, we're going to play football. Okay, we want to do football. You okay? Okay, we go for football. And he doesn't know how long you're going to play football. You can play like 10 minutes. After you can change another one activities. So that's why it was nice because you have any plan.
Yeah, it's very freestyle then. So it's really, you see which people you get, you see what they like, and if it works, you keep going, and if you want to do something else, that's then you change it up. Okay, that's really nice. Where did you do this? Where were you working?
I was working in Mallorca, and this was in Sun Club in Dorado Hotel.
I've actually been there on a holiday in when was it? I think it must be before 2014, because I also was already working in entertainment in 2014. So I think 2012 or 13 I was there.
It can be possible because we have a lot of contact with. Yeah, we was in contact with TUI Belgium, so it was TUI Belgium before. So, so maybe a lot of holiday. It was it's a very big hotel with a lot of activities.
Yeah, and I think the hotel is like on a hill or something. So I think I just remembered the walk to the room for me was like up the hill. Somehow this is one of the things I remember. It was a very exhausting walk up.
For you it was okay because you just was there just 1 week. But when we work 6 months after the next month, usually like, oh, my legs, it doesn't fit on my pants. What happened? You get your legs probably stronger because you never stop to go up and down all the day. And
oh my God.
That was the funny part. But also the funny part when you're in the disco, because in this hotel we have a disco. And this was hard. So drunk out the disco and to go back to the room and take 20 minutes because it's like really like
it's very very steep. You need to climb actually after the disco. You need to climb up. That's crazy.
Yes. It was good memories. So sometimes we see some guests driving with a little scooter because it's too old. Every time when I see them, okay, I can come with you, guys. Take me up.
Trying to get a ride with the guests.
Yeah, it actually was funny because that scooter, I remember, we have two positions of speed. It's a total speed or a rabbit speed.
Yeah. Did they rent them in the hotel? These scooters. It's very smart.
For the old people, because for someone it was very difficult to go upstairs and downstairs.
Yeah, especially because it's also very hot, especially during summer. It's like, what is it in Mallorca, 35 degrees, something like this. Yeah, in the shade.
Yeah, of course. If you're not in the shade, it's like 3 or 2 o'clock in the afternoon, like can be 40, 45 degrees easy.
Yeah, it's crazy, right? So did you work there for 1 year or 2 years in the Club El Dorado?
Working 3 full season. 3 years, so 2014 and 2017.
Okay, and you were there as every time as a sports entertainer and then teenage club, or did you do different things?
So the first years I was sport entertainer. Then the second years I was second chief.
Oh,
so
you made some promotion.
Yeah, I don't know why, but someone showed me, okay, why not? No, it's something that was free, so I have experience on this result. I said, yeah, okay, you can be the second chief. And then the last years was in 2017. There I was chief.
Oh,
full chief.
So every year you got one step up. And then 2018, did you go back as a hotel manager, or what did you do in 2018?
2018, nothing special. I just come back for holiday to see how the team works. Because actually in 2018, I was working for TUI again, so that's why I not continue with this hotel.
Which concept did you work for then? In 2018?
Well, it was a concept from free. So it's like we don't decide we're going to do this concept or this concept. We was entertainer from the hotel directly. So the hotel create a team. So sometimes ask the chief, like 4 months before to start the season, do you have a team? If it doesn't have, can you find people and you recruit it and you take with you? So we are creating one team.
Okay, so you were like a specialized team for the hotel, basically.
Exactly. So most of the time on this hotel, most entertainer was from Belgium.
Okay, yeah, because we often speak many of the languages they need in the hotel, right?
Yeah, right.
And were you? Which role did you have then working for this hotel? Were you responsible of the entertainment, like the team leader, or were you working as an entertainer?
No, so I was also doing the same job as entertainer. Of course, I was still doing my sport entertainer. I was still doing sometimes mini club for help. But mostly I was working for the daytime and for the evening. We need to do everything. So on this years we have like 12 shows. So it was 2 game show and 10 show dance and sketch and everything like that.
Wow, that's really a lot. Maybe for the people listening who don't know what an entertainment schedule looks like, you have a schedule for 2 weeks basically, and then you start again every 2 weeks. You put it on repeat. So this means you had 10 dance shows in 2 weeks.
Yeah, basically we have like 8 dance show and 2 game show and 2 sketch and dance. There's like more free. But we have a show, and for prepare this because it takes time. We do in 1 month before the hotel open. We do 1 month training non-stop. But then it was very good because you can see during this month if your body can go till the end of this month, you cannot do in season because this month is more harder than 1 season complete.
Yeah, I can
if
imagine.
You pass, the season is figuring the noise. It's easy. If for you it's still harder during the training, you know, okay, you're not for this team. I'm sorry, but we're gonna change not to directly.
Well, did they actually fire people during the training? Well, maybe not fire, but tell them nicely that maybe it's not a job for them.
I always tell them like, listen, try to practice a bit more, try to keep going, because if you still complain, I'm just sorry, but at work is not holiday and still at work, because most of the time people when you come in season for the first time like, oh cool, I got to work in the sun, I gotta make party every day. Yes, it's not fake, but we have something more harder to do before.
Yeah, there's a few more layers than just having just partying and just having fun.
Yeah, the party and the fun, that's a nice best part. Everybody think we do this most of the time, but that's not true. It's just after work or break or something like this. But all your life, you still keep going with the guest, but the guest doesn't see this like this.
No, and that's it's like the magic, right? It's you pretend to just be pretend you just show this part. It's like the magician on stage. He chooses what he wants you to see, so you pretend to be like this. You choose to show only this fun part and this amazing excitement. Actually, it's. Was it hard for you to find this way, or to show like only this part to the guests, or how did you deal with this, like only showing the positive sides?
Well, I think when you start to do the job, and first you learn to smile every time. So after your mind keep going to smile by himself. I don't know if you have this, but sometimes when I come back to Brussels in the winter and it's raining, it's a lot of wind, and I'm still waiting the bus with a big smile, and my friends like me, why are you smiling? Why are you still smiling? I'm sorry, I can't, because the big smile is still going to smile non-stop. So it's pointed
in your
on
brain.
your brain.
It's like you program your brain to smile every time. Now, one thing I learned from smiling every day is that even if you don't feel like it in the morning, you know, you wake up and you feel like I don't know, like a piece of shit or something. You roll out of your bed, but when you smile for like 15 or 20 minutes, you actually feel more happy.
You feel the smile. That's true. That's true. A lot of time you just wake up and you're in big hangover, like, oh no, I'm gonna die during my day. My head hurts so much. And then you go in and you need to start with the club dance in the morning. So you're in hangover. The music hurt your head and you need to dance the club dance. And the club dance you still never stop to dance because it's a dance you're dancing like 4 or 5 times per day. So after 5 months and you're hangover and it's like, it keeps smiling. Okay, all right.
Yeah, and then somehow it switches and you actually feel better. Okay, you don't. I'm not gonna lie. It's not like you feel like a superhuman or something. You feel a little bit less like the piece of shit like you woke up from.
If someone push you in the pool, that's perfect because you don't feel like it's a big refresh in the morning for you after the hangover. That's nice. If you're someone want to do the job and you have a hangover, to jump to the pool in the morning, that'll help you a lot. Yeah,
or accidentally fall into the pool, and then you're awake right away. So you started working. Okay, you did your first real season in 2014. You did a few summers before. What is it that you like so much about the job? Because you've been working in the entertainment sector for like 8 years. It's crazy.
Yeah. But normally I was still going in entertainment, but now with this virus, I can go in season. But normally, on this month we are October. I was still quite. No, November. I'm back in Belgium in November. But normally, if you think 1 week before, I am in Cortico Blanco in Malaga at the moment. So still 1 year now I'm in Belgium, and I can tell you I miss a lot the job because what I miss, it's just see people holiday and happy and smile like naturally. That's what I miss a lot. And also what I like the job because you have a lot of contact with people from everywhere around the world. That's on the guest part. And for the team part, it's nice because you see so many teams different. And after it's like your family, and this family is never stop to growing.
Yeah, it's a strange connection you build with your team members. You get very close in these few months. Do you stay in contact with the people you worked with before? Because for you it's many seasons now. It's a lot of families you have.
I know. I'm in contact with most of them.
When you say you stay in contact, do you stay in contact by sending messages to each other, or do you sometimes meet up as well?
Well, it depends. Someone from Belgium, I always try to meet them somewhere, and quite like this, or of course by message. And someone live outside from Belgium. Sometimes in the winter, I try to find like 2 or 3 days and to go on the city. Then you can show me the city. Then you can see also a different life of your partner was working before, because you know your partner like maybe you have one partner like always is drunk, always is like very crazy, and then you go speak to them on this city and it's look completely different. It's another personality.
You're very strict all of a sudden, or very very serious, or focus on focus on life in general. It's funny to see, and like you say, it's a very good excuse to go and see different places of the world, because you have friends basically everywhere, so you can just go there and sleep in on their couch or something, and it's a good excuse to go see the places and catch up with some friends. I do have one more question for you. Do you, when you compare like the end of the season, where you had a few end of the seasons, when you say goodbye to the team, because for a lot of people it's very hard to say goodbye, especially if it's your first season. You get very very close to these people, and you don't really think about the fact that at one point you will all go back to your own life, and maybe you're gonna see each other, or like you say, stay in contact, but you're never really gonna stay together as you did during the season. Did this change over the years? How you deal with this?
Yeah, my mind changed every day. My first season, of course, because I think everybody when you do first season is more stronger because you discover everything and someone and the team have more experience at you. Learn to you a lot of tricks, a lot of games, a lot of rules, and it's like your teacher, your first team. Like of course, my first season was really hard for me to go home because it's like okay, tomorrow we go home, so you sleep and after you go home, and you're like, oh, I was 7 months there, and now I'm wake up on my bed. Just like that.
Yeah, it's very sad, right? You feel so sad. It's like, oh my god, it's really over.
Yeah, it's so sad. And then after years and years and years, of course, it's always difficult to stop with the team and say, okay, thank you. But now for me, it's like natural. I just say, okay, guys, thank you for your job this year. You're amazing. I hope someone is going to see you on my next hotel when I'm working. But if you don't see you, you can always call me. I can always come to help you from everywhere in the world. So I'm not so affected now when I need to say stop at the end of the season.
Yeah.
Because I'm more excited to see my new team.
I understand. How I see it is I compare life a little bit to a train. So I imagine myself being on this train, the train of life, and then some people get on your train. So when you start your season, your team joins you in the train, and you are all riding the train towards the same destination together. But at one point, when the end of the season comes, they get off the train. It doesn't mean that you don't like them anymore, that you that you will not stay in contact. It just means they will not be with you for the rest of the ride of your life. It's like it's not a bad thing. It's really not a bad thing to say goodbye. It's also not a good thing. It's something that happens. They have a different destination than you, and I don't know if looking at it this way, it made it a little bit easier for me to accept that it's the end, but it's not really the end. It's just a different train ride. You know, everybody's just catching a different train.
Exactly. So my end of season, I'm always excited of course, to come back to Belgium for a shortly time, just for a drink again, a nice beer. But after that, always happy to change place and hotel because I'm gonna find new people on my team. I'm gonna share a new thing. Maybe someone gonna learn me something also, and also I'm gonna see a new family from all the results. So yeah, it's a big package. Changing.
Yeah, it's a lot to take in. Do you think? I actually wonder. Do you think? If you did not do entertainment, just imagine, I know it's a little bit hard to imagine, but imagine you never started to work in entertainment. Do you think you would be a different person right now if you never would have worked in entertainment?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
And in which way do you think you would be different?
Before I was very shy of people, and this job helped me a lot to be more confident with me, for myself. Also, I love to go up, and because we do a lot of shows, so we present a lot on the stage. The stage really is a nice exercise. If you don't have any confidence on you, a stage for me is one of the best places to learn and to be more confident.
To grow confidence, yeah.
Go up and up. Yeah, that's the things. The job helped me to be less shy, and then I can talk with everybody. And also, I learned a lot of language. And this opened a lot of doors for me.
Yeah, I can imagine, because you have basically no choice but to talk to people. It's a good combination to practice languages and to grow confidence, and especially with the confidence part, I can totally relate, because I also used to be very shy and very closed, really introvert, like a really introvert person, and
you're too much. Sometimes now when I'm in Belgium, I'm too much introvert at people here, for example.
yeah, it's a little bit overwhelming. They're like, oh, what's all this? Where is all this personality coming from, or all this excitement? It really shapes your confidence, like you say. You become this, I don't know, this. The stage is actually one of the nicest things that has happened to myself, and I think you can relate to it. In only even a few months, especially the first season, you see, I think, the most growth. You really feel like you become a new version of yourself, like you get an upgrade. It's like, and you're this new character, more confident, and it's really
you develop more joking, you're more funny on stage step by step, and after this all days, when you start to practice and you never stop, everything comes to like very supernaturally after.
Yeah, it almost becomes like an extension of yourself, because I wouldn't really say that you are yourself 100%. On the stage, it's like you become a different version of yourself. It's I'm not really sure how to describe it, but
I know what you mean.
It's like you choose certain things about yourself, and you make them a little bit bigger. And
that's right.
And you throw them to the audience, like every aspect that you want to show them, you show it to them, and it's really interesting to see as a team leader, to see how somebody who is not used to being on the stage develops their own character or their own style, because no two entertainers I have ever worked with used the same style of like presenting something on stage, or like even small things, body language, the way you talk. It's very own to you as a person.
But it's very funny, because when I was talking with the guest on my results, the guest said me, "Hey, I can ask you something." So yeah, of course. Why don't you have the same voice when you speak on stage and when you speak like this during the day? Your voice is not the same.
Yeah, it's true. You really change your voice, and somehow you don't think about it.
No.
Yeah, you really change. It's like it's. I'm not really sure how to describe it, because I didn't even think about the voice for a second. It's like your voice changes, but you become very aware of everything, and it's like you become, in a way, like a cleaner version of yourself. It's like only the nice things get shown.
Yeah, because you have like between 100 and 400 people look at you on the stage. So you're on the stage, so the light is on you. Of course, you cannot do a mistake, because everything everybody know. If you do some mistake now, people with this film you.
Everybody's filming you with the phone. If you make a mistake, you might be I don't know, on YouTube, or you might be viral before you go off the stage.
Exactly.
Oh my God, Manu, what is one of the nicest memories you had from your seasons? Because now you were home for 1 year, like you say. If you had obviously a lot of time to think about life. What is it that you look back at, and that one of your nicest memories was during one of your seasons?
Okay, so one of my best memories I have it. And if I can to go back at this moment, I say, okay, I'll go back directly. These memories come from in Malaga. So I was working in Europe there, and I have one chief, and the chief need to go home one month before we start the season. And then come another one chief, because I was not chief because I was working for TV. I'm back for TV, so I was doing entertainment at this moment. And I see one guys. I think you know who I'm talking. I see one guys, Sammy.
Yes, of course, I know Mr. Sammy.
It's very strange for me with Sammy because I was working with a lot of people before, and when this Sammy come, I can explain after 10 minutes we have a feeling, me and Sammy also, like we are feeling we know each other from 12 years.
Okay.
And the 1 month season I do with Sammy, for me, I received like it was a 2 years season non-stop.
That's crazy. It felt like you didn't need many words to be on the same level. You just got along, and it just felt like you almost a little bit like brothers, maybe like you grew up together.
We grew up together like one step, like very high, because you have an own experience from another part, and I have mine. And Sammy is a guy, I like it because he's very open-minded, and me also. So we are creating combination of my old school, because I'm going the old school entertainer from before with the 10 dance show and everything. So now it's the old school part. And the new generation, and we put this together and we are creating an amazing atmosphere.
Yeah, I think I saw some videos Sammy showed me of you and him making like the Blues Brother intro or something like this.
We just created this in last minute.
Yeah, I think it was for a dance show. Just before you go on stage, you played a video, so you had time to do your costume change. I think it was something like this, right?
So imagine this video is we use it just one time in the month. It was the last week, and we said, okay, let's do something different. Okay, right, and we create the show the night before for the day after.
Wow, that's crazy. So this was one of your nicest memory to be able to work with Sammy and to find each other so fast, because it's when you feel good with the people that you work, especially in entertainment, it really shows off when you are doing your job.
When you have two stronger person and open-minded in the same time, you can build everything.
You can build pyramids.
Yeah, you never stop to go higher and higher and higher.
Yeah, and it's not really a competition wherein you want to be better than the other one. It's just you lift each other up, and you both make each other better.
So that's why for me it's the best memory, because it's the only guys I have this feeling. Of course, I was doing 6 seasons before, but it was the only person I resent this in the short time, not in the full season. So just in time, it's like, wow, okay, we can do something higher, stronger together.
That's crazy. That's a really good feeling, right? That's a really fulfilling. Fulfilling. I think is a really fulfilling feeling. It makes you. It makes you like I think I would say a nicer person as well. Mm-hmm. So this is your best memory. Now I know every entertainer, and you know the same, every entertainer also has a crazy story, like the craziest story or one of the crazy experiences they have been through. What is for you one of the craziest things you have seen or you have been through?
Well, it depends from which part you want to say. I have so many lots of crazy story, but that's like, okay.
You can choose whichever one.
We know everybody think I as entertainer. Okay, yeah, this guy have a new girl every week. I'm sure. Yeah, is it true? I can't say to lie. I can say no. So yeah.
Yeah.
If you think this is crazy, because sometimes it is for real, and when you put some step back and you think about that, you say, how crazy I am with the girl, because one girl just came and you stay with them for 1 week, because generally the people stay 7 days. So okay, you're with this girl, and then at the end of the day, you say, okay, I can be with I will be with the bus, and you just put this girl on the bus, and the bus is going, and new one's coming, and you see new ones like, hi, hello, all right,
And you're in love again.
And this you repeat every week, and you never tire about that. But of course, this create a lot of crazy story also.
Yeah. Sometimes one comes a second time. Yeah.
And then sometimes you meet a girl, and she has really nice feeling with you and everything, blah blah. And then you don't see that girl for 1 month, and the month after you have a new one, and then the old one, she come to you like surprised that I'm here. And then start to be something crazy,
Complicated.
and complicated. And so I think the more crazy part is manage the girl. That's the difficult part from time to time, to manage the girl, because
You need an agenda with like a proper schedule.
well, I'm gonna tell you one of crazy story I had with one girl. Okay, I'm gonna tell you.
Okay,
it's
go,
really nice.
go for it.
All right, so I meet the girl on the resort. The feeling was very nice with them, everything. Then I'm going to the disco, because we have a disco in the hotel. And I was DJ. I was one for the disco for the evening. I was doing the music, and then I see this girl come back, and she was sitting alone at the bar. And then I go to the bar also. I put the autoplay on the desk.
Yeah, so everything is going automatically.
And then I go to the bar, and then I start to talk more with this girl. For me, it was really crazy, because you can see how people also is crazy. And I was with this girl, and the same night she come to my room. Then happen what need to happen. And then I go, and then the morning I go to do my first activities, and then go like very smiling, like I'm very crazy. Like, I explain the story of my team, because of course we are family, so it's not stupid. We do a lot of noise, we know. So I'm start my day, and then I go in archery, and then I take the list, and then I say, okay, what is the name? I take the name of everybody. Then I see this girl come on my activity with the man. I say, all right, okay, all right. So I do like a professional person. I do like, I never see you before. What is your name? Okay, Katarina. All right, and you? Okay, nice. So we continue like this.
Oh my god.
And then that's crazy. And then the night I go to the disco, and she come back, the girl, but again, not the man. Then I start to speak with them, and then I say, okay, but how you don't tell me you have a boyfriend? But she tell me, yeah, but you never ask me.
Oh.
All right, and I tell them, okay, so now what I'm supposed to do? It happened. So yesterday.
Yeah, it's too late.
What we do? I see them. You want to still go into sleep to my room, or you want to go to your boyfriend?
What did you do, Manu?
At the end, this girl sleeps 6 nights on my room. And the funny part, the boyfriend doesn't know this. And the funny part is, the boyfriend, before to go home with the girl, the boyfriend come to me and say, Manu, thank you. You're a very nice person. You do a nice activity. You're very funny. I really enjoy my holiday with you.
Manu, this is really bad.
Thank you.
If I ever see you in hell, I know.
I was crazy to manage.
Oh yeah, I can imagine. This comes with a lot of stress. Oh my god.
Stress, but you like the play with the fire, because you know, if something happens, it's not you're there for work, so you should go home, and that's not your problem anymore.
Oh no, this is really bad.
I can't do this on my normal life. It's impossible.
No, it's never possible to do this.
Of course, and for me, it's also difficult to change my mind like this, because when you work 7 months in the season, you're always like dancing everywhere. Everybody know who you are, because you're in the hotel. Everybody see you. You're on stage. And if you go to dance with someone on stage, the girl can't dance just for dance. She dance with you. It's fun. And then when I'm back to Belgium, I always like, I like this girl. Go to dance with them. And go to the girl, and the girl look at me like, yes. What do you want?
Yeah.
Yeah. It doesn't work here.
Yeah, it's strange, right? It's not even just in the hotels, but somehow also when you go out after work to a party in a club, or can be in a dance bar or something like this. It is different, because it's really okay to go dance with everybody everywhere. And just have a party with them. But somehow it's very true when you try this in Belgium. It's not really trying, it's just you see there's a party, people are having a good time, and as the good entertainer that you are, you want to join them.
You just see a nice group make fun. Oh, I want to go on this group, it's fun. So you try to go on this group, and the group is like, yeah, what do you want?
Yeah, who are you?
I just make fun. Yeah, but I don't know who you are. But, yeah, okay.
I can tell you later. Let's party first. Yeah.
Come on, let's look after.
Yeah, somehow it doesn't work. It does. Maybe this is something we need to tell the world. If you are partying and somebody joins you in the party because they see you're having a good time, please enjoy the party with them. I think the world would be a nicer place if everybody who's having a party and somebody wants to join them, just let them join.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, just be happy, have some fun. Why not? Yeah, this
But
is.
you learn this. So now when I'm going to party, not now because it's impossible with this nice virus. So now it's like 1 year I don't go to nightclub. I start to miss this. But yeah, but when you do this, and some people it doesn't know and have it like the same feeling as you, come and dance with you. It's like, okay, come dance, okay with me. So sometimes I was dancing with the man in the nightclub.
Oh, yeah.
And my friend, then you're gay, no? It was fun. I'm fun. So we combine the two fun people, and I have an amazing night.
Yeah, it's strange, right? How? Why do you think there is a difference? Actually, I never really thought about it. Why do you think people on a holiday somehow are more open to having fun and to, I don't know, have a good time?
I think it's because they have less stress. It doesn't think about work. It doesn't think about so much, and it's like an escape on your own life when people is in holiday. We know people in holiday are not the same when you go see them on his own country.
Yeah, that's true. But I think it's also because of the sunshine. I really think being in the sun puts you in a better mood.
Mm-hmm. That's totally true. I agree with this.
Do you feel a shift in how you feel yourself as well, being in Belgium now for it's a year now, right?
Why strange? Difficult to meet new people here for me. Why? I can explain, because if you try to meet some new people, it's like, okay, but why? What do you want from me? I think I just want to talk, to know who you are, from where you are. Maybe you can learn to me something, or we can change something nice between. I have basically in Belgium, I think you need to know one person, and this person needs to present the other one.
Yeah,
like this, you can
introduce each other.
I don't like this because with some people it's very natural to talk with them if you doesn't know who it is, but you don't know why. Also on yourself, why I like to speak with them. I know this guy for 5 minutes, but it's nice.
Yeah, and it just feels good to. It feels the right thing to do.
That's all it is.
Yeah, and I think one of the ways the coronavirus is affecting also my life right now is you lose the spontaneous moments in life because you can only see so many people. I think right now when we're recording this, it's only one person you can see outside your family. So it's not like you can meet somebody, I don't know, by even in a bus station or something. Yeah, people get very closed off from each other. Do you think this can have a bigger effect on maybe the way, let's say this last 2 or 3 years, the way people would think or approach somebody else once a vaccine gets introduced?
Well, I think that the coronavirus infects more days, because now people are afraid about it. People next to you doesn't know who you are, who you come from, because We always, the problem is now we only speak like a statistic. We only say, okay, now we have 200 infected, now we have 400. So I think this all scare people, and people like close the door from inside, from the other one doesn't know who is this. This door was not very open before the virus also, because people, especially from my country in Belgium, doesn't like to meet a new person like this. So now coronavirus checked more this.
Yeah, maybe the door is not like closed, but I think it's locked now.
Locked is okay. All right. I don't speak to you. Yeah. It's a small story. I was in the shop to buy food, and I was a guy in front to me, and he filled up the can of beer, and I see this on my face. Oh, sorry, you can have a nice day. I said to them, and they look at me like,
"Why are you so nice to me?"
Yeah,
yeah. I don't know where it comes from. To be honest, maybe it is just the sun. Really, I think it might just be the fact that we don't have so much sun here.
Probably, but the thing is, I don't know, because when it's sunny here, I'm not here.
Yeah, maybe in summer everything changes in Belgium, and we never know. That would be really funny.
But that's sad. Imagine only just 2 months, everybody's like free, and then after, opla, okay, we close the door and we keep going now.
No, it's. Do you maybe have a tip or something to somebody who listens to this and they're thinking, oh, actually they are right. Maybe in my country, can be Belgium, can be a different country. We are not very open to meet new people. Do you have a tip or some advice to somebody who wants to try this out and see if this affects them in a positive way? How they can meet just a stranger, or meet somebody, they see somebody walking by and they think, oh, this looks like a nice person to have a conversation with. How can they do this?
The first connection is start with smile. So if I go on the street and I see one of my neighbor and we're walking like this, and this look at me on the eyes and smile, and I smile sometimes, that's the first connection. Then you can say, hi, how's the day? 100% you're gonna give an answer, and 100% you're gonna stay with them like for 5 minutes, and then you meet a new person. But we need to have this before.
Yeah, smile. That's a very good hint.
Smile to people. You're gonna see someone gonna give you a smile back, and you're gonna see someone just look at down and continue the street and continue to walk. As you can see, try one day if you try this. Try to walk and smile and look people on the eyes when you're walking on smiling, and you're gonna see someone gonna give you a smile back.
Yeah,
and with this one, you just say, and I'm sure you're gonna start to speak with them.
I like this. Is if everybody who's listening, just tomorrow or today, if you're on the subway, wherever you are right now, smile to one person you don't know. I think it's a very nice message. Just smile and see what happens.
That's a challenge for you. When you can go out to try this, I'm sure it's going to be fun for you.
Yeah, it's a really nice message. Just smile, Maybe don't take your mask off to smile, especially if you're like in. Try to stay at a safe distance. Try to stay at a safe distance and then smile, please.
Of course.
Okay, actually, what is it you are doing now, or do you have a job right now, or are you staying at home?
So I was working as bartender.
But right now it's a little bit hard. I'm not sure when this episode will be put out. So maybe bars are open again already, but they recently closed right before we recorded this episode.
Yeah, but the thing is hard because normally I was supposed to go on season 1st April for the 1st April. And I didn't go it because with the coronavirus, we closed the results. So I still going to work at the bar where I was working. And then we closed the bar first, and then I was 3 months do nothing, and then we open again the bar and we close again the bar. So for me it's difficult because it's my 2 on job. I can do it.
Yeah, but right now, because the bar is closed, you still have a contract with them, so you are getting some support from the government or not?
Sure, yeah.
Okay, so you get some money to survive.
At the moment, I'm waiting the support from the government. Finally, do the demand, because before I not needed because I was okay. I have enough money. I don't need to tell the government to ask them. But now I'm not sure how it's going the evolution. I'm not sure for my job as entertainer if you're gonna start really at soon 100%. And also, this infect a lot my mind, because I like to be entertainer. I like to be 100%. And if you put me back on season, and the vibe is still there, I can be myself 100%, and then I'm gonna be frustrated with this also.
Yeah. You do need to feel good to be a good entertainer. That's true. You need to be. You need to be happy, because this is your job, to share happiness.
You need to have a distance with people when you're entertainer. When you're entertainer, you can be friendly with everyone you see.
Yeah, or like it's really small things, like when you are talking and you it's gonna sound strange, but you touch someone, not as in you grab them, but just during a conversation. It might be even hard to imagine to some people right now, but during a conversation, when you get excited or when you're talking about something nice, there's a lot of touches you give to each other, or you pat each other on the shoulder. It's it's gonna be a strange thing to get back used to it. Do you think you will be more aware of when you will touch somebody during a conversation after the coronavirus, like after everybody has a vaccine and you touch somebody? Do you think you will be reminded of the coronavirus?
I don't know, to be honest. I don't know, but yeah, that's difficult things, because I'm personality. I always touch people, not because I'm perverse, not because I'm maniac.
You only touch other people's wives, like you were saying before.
Yeah. No. It is because when you touch someone somewhere, it's like a body language. You can tell to them, I appreciate you, but you don't need to say I appreciate you. You just say this to someone, like, okay, good. Let this person feel like, he liked me because he gave me a tap.
Yeah, I totally agree. I think it's also a really important part of communication, because if you don't have these types of conversations, like we all don't have them right now, and if you are, please stop doing it, because we really need to be careful for the coronavirus. But it's really a big part of our of the way we speak to each other, and the way we, especially with close friends or friends in general, the closer you are to someone, the more easier you will touch them. It sounds very strange when I say it like this, when you touch each other, but touch is a very important way of communicating with people, and I hope we can get back to this soon, because it changes the tone of a conversation.
Yeah, I hope too, because also for me now, when I touch some people now, I'm like, oh, why I'm touching? You know, for me it's strange also now.
Yeah, it's very awkward. Yeah, and really, I hope we can get back soon to a more normal way of talking to each other.
I love this, because without this, people keep to have more distance with other people. So that's not the human is not ready for this. The human, it's a kind of personality need to have people around, and not people around with distance.
Yeah, so literally stay in contact with each other. Maybe that's where it comes from, to stay in contact, from like actual contact.
Yeah, but it's not the same. If you see you in contact on video and see you here next to me, it's completely different also.
Yeah, it is really different to talk to somebody, because it would be just easier to sit together and have this conversation and, I don't know, drink a beer in the same time. But we're both looking at a screen right now. It's quite sad when you think about it.
Imagine this with 150-meter distance. It's not the same. If you sit, we know who we are each other. If you sit next to me, and if you sit with a distance to me,
you will have a different conversation.
The atmosphere, the things, the confidence, everything.
The touches we were talking about. Yeah, I completely agree. Then actually I only have a few more questions for you, Manu, because we're going through this podcast really fast. Apparently time goes really fast. If somebody's listening and they really would like to start working in the entertainment sector, of course, once this pandemic is finished, do you have some advice for someone who would like to start working in as an entertainer?
So entrepreneur is one of the best jobs in the world. I always say this, but don't think about the good part. Look also how hard it is, and the best thing is try to learn a lot and open your mind if you don't have a mind open.
And smile to people.
Yeah, smile to people and open your mind before to go on this job.
What do they need to be careful from to start this job? Because you're saying don't just think about the positive side. Can you give maybe one of the examples of the more hard things about the job?
The hard thing about the job, it's you take an example. You do an aqua fitness and in afternoon and the sun is like 40 degrees. You need to still do it. You need to keep going to the days with smile, and you're out from the pool, you're not inside. So you need to be more. Yeah, that's hard, but it looks that's nice because for the people in the pool, it looks fun to see you. Like but for you inside is very hard.
Oh yeah, so and the sweat is dripping from your forehead in your eyes, and your eyes are burning.
Yeah, the eyes. And you're like, oh, I need to still going to do this. No, but also the difficult part is learn the dance.
Oh yeah, do you have some advice for somebody who would love to work in entertainment but is scared of starting to dance, for example? That's a very good point you make there.
When I started my season, I never danced in my life. Yeah, just for fun, but never on stage. I never with the choreography and everything. The most important thing is don't be shy. We are all here for the same reason. So don't think she dance better or he dance better than me. I can go.
You do the show together.
No, we do together. We know some people need more time to learn. Someone can learn in 1 hour. But don't be afraid about that. Just find your way for learn a dance. And then you can grow up easy. For me, for example, I was very bad to learn a dance. So what I was doing the show, and right after the show, I was remember where my choreography was not correct, and I was going to my room,
some mistakes,
and I repeat the dance somewhere outside after the show. So imagine you finish the show at 11, and at midnight I was in my room to repeat that dance because I know, okay, there I was lost on stage.
Yeah, that's really.
Remember, where's the mistake? Keep this on your brain and work on them.
Yeah, that's really good advice. Just also, I would add to this: stay calm. Don't get frustrated when it's not working, because when you start to get angry with yourself or with the person who is teaching you, doesn't matter. Your brain will think differently. So really, if you're putting in. If you're trying too hard and it's not working, I would maybe say sleep over it or take a break and then get back to it maybe a few hours later or the next day, and you will see it will come more naturally. But don't get mad with yourself or don't be angry. Why can't I do this or why is it not working? Just take a break, drink something. Take a break, let it sink in, and it will come more easily the next time you try it when you are more calm.
Of course, and the thing is very important, don't compare himself and the other one.
Yeah, I agree.
I know a lot of the time is frustrated with this. It's like, yeah, but all the 5 of the team can do this easy one. For me, it's like 1 week, I can. And then here on the brain, you mentally stop. So don't compare you at the other one. Just going to your way.
Yeah, that's some really good advice you give, actually, because I had the same problem. I never danced before. I always say to actually I always showed to people who were struggling to learn how to dance, or when I had to teach them a dance, and I just saw in their face when, you know, they look almost desperate. It's like, oh my god, I can never do this. You see, they want to, the will is there, but somehow it's not working. I showed them some videos of my first season, no, my second season. I don't have videos of my first season. I showed them videos of my second season, and I showed them, look, if you work hard, really, if you work hard, you stay calm, you work on it, it's possible. And then you see some hope. You see some hope, because really I was shit. I was like a stick moving. Not that I'm like an amazing dancer now or something, but I can move a little bit, and I have fun when I do it. And this people see that I have fun when I'm on stage, and then the audience enjoys the show just because they see you have fun.
But always also you enjoy more the show the second season at the first season.
That's true, actually. Yeah, I never thought about it, but that's true.
Because the second season you're more confident, you know more the dance, so you try to put some tricks inside the dance. You play more with your face. You're acting more because you don't need to think about the step. You
put a little bit of your own personality on the dance, maybe.
Exactly. So I always say, if you start the job, please do it the second season, because most of the people, the second season, you're going to enjoy more the evening. I don't talk about the daytime, because daytime depends with the guests, depends with so many people is here, how much. So that's not the thing. But the evening, if you do a second season, you're going to enjoy 100% more the second season than the first season.
That's some amazing advice, Manu. Then really, Manu, thank you so much for being on the show today. I appreciate that you wanted to join me for the 5th episode already, the 5th episode of Ciao Ciao Bye Bye. Please tell the listeners where they can find you on social media if they want to check you out.
Yeah, of course. So you can find me on Facebook. So it's like Emmanuel Amato, and also on Instagram. So the two account is together. So you can find me on Facebook, easy. Yeah. And if you have any question about the job, ask to free. Always answer to
yeah, for the people listening or watching it, the links of Manu's Facebook and Instagram will be in the description down below, so feel free to check them out and hit him up with your favorite Instagram questions. Yeah, we'll put them right there. Then finally, Manu, I only have one more question for you. Who would you like to hear me joining for another episode of Ciao Ciao Bye Bye?
Yeah, because I have two persons on my mind. I don't know who to choose, because I want to see both of them.
You can give me two then. Give me two.
Then I have, of course, one guy. So I really appreciate him because he learned me a lot on the job. It's a Gogo.
Oh, Sammy and Gogo. Ooh, they have both been mentioned before on the show, so maybe I need to put some work in there and see if I can get them on one of the episodes. Would be nice to see both of them. Okay, then Manu, really, I have one more thing to say. Thank you so much, and as always, ciao ciao, bye bye.
Yeah, ciao ciao, bye.
I hope you enjoyed listening to the 5th episode. I would like to thank our guest Manu for joining me today. Be sure to subscribe to the podcast on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube, or whatever platform you use. I'd be grateful if you could leave us a review and share it. If you have any thoughts on today's episode or topics you would like me to further touch on, email me at info@darislow.com. Thanks again, see you next week, and as always, ciao ciao, bye bye.